So one way some of these bigger names have kind of skirted that is by going into boxing. What do you think about some of these guys, at least a few of them that have gone into boxing for these big paydays? Is that a sustainable thing?
Um, well, I don't think so. Here's the thing: only so many people can do it. Is the thing, right? Like Conor McGregor does it. Okay, fine. Francis Ngannou does it. Okay, fine. But you're not going to see your average MMA fighter go and do it for that giant payday. Like it's kind of a weird thing because it's not a reasonable path to success for like most MMA fighters, if that makes sense. You know, it also doesn't help that they're not winning at all. And like
True.
I called this Ngannou versus Anthony Joshua slaughter because I do a lot of conspiracy theories on my podcast. Okay, and I
I love a good
guarantee,
conspiracy theory.
and I think they're right.
Please.
I think Tyson Fury either took it easy on Ngannou the first fight, or so took it easy because that was the deal they made, or he underestimated him big time, right? And he just didn't
Yeah,
think that
both
this
very
guy's going to be that
plausible.
good.
Yeah.
Ngannou doesn't even train with a freaking real boxing coach. He trains with his MMA guy. Like he didn't go to like a pure boxing thing, and he's not like the slick, head movement boxing guy. Like that's not what he was in the cage either. So like, I think Fury took it easy on him either because they agreed to, or because he underestimated. But all I knew was
Hmm.
that when he was going out to fight AJ that second time, I'm like, Anthony Joshua's not going to friggin' take this guy lightly. He's not going to want to get embarrassed like Tyson Fury kind of was. AJ's going to go out and murder this dude and say, like, you don't come into my sport that I've been training my whole life and think that you're going to take me even to a decision. Right. And
Hmm.
sure enough, he beats him in 2 rounds handily.
Yeah, he folded him in half basically.
Right.
it
It's,
was
it's,
kind of
it's,
embarrassing. Yeah.
yeah, it's the same as like if someone comes into MMA, right? You sure as well damn better think that the MMA fighter is going to blow that person out of the water from whatever sport they want to come in from, right? And I think we've
Hmm.
generally kind of seen that. You know what I mean? Because the MMA guy is going to have the ground game, the striking, the whatever. So whatever you come in with your specialty, I'm just going to counter it with the opposite. You know,
Yeah.
um, the only kind of oddball to that theory is Clarissa Shields, which I don't know if you know who that is. She's like an Olympic boxer.
Hmm. Yeah.
She's come into PFL and she's had some success. I think she's won 3 fights, maybe her first three. However, conspiracy theory, we had on her latest opponent who just fought like maybe a month ago. Her name was, oh my goodness, Kelsey DeSantis.
Hmm.
She outlines all the fraudulent crap that PFL pulled on her. Okay,
Oh,
they didn't tell her there was no elbows in the fight until the night before.
okay.
They moved the weight class up like 15 pounds a couple weeks before, which the conspiracy is that Clarissa Shields knew it was going to be at a higher weight class. And then they didn't have her partake in the media day stuff. Like she wasn't there in the open workouts. And so you've got this athlete there in Saudi Arabia or wherever it was, so confused over the rules over the fight, the weight of the fight. Why am I not being part of media day, stuff like that? You're messing with her mentally. And then Clarissa Shields wins in a
Hmm.
decision. So like, but I think that might be a bit of a storyline. But there is. I mean, look, man. There's enough there that makes you think that there's some sort of conspiracy.
Yeah.
In reality, I think that's the only person that I can think that came from like another sport that's really done well, and done well is in quotations. You know,
Hmm. Yeah.
but no,
It's like a on
I don't
scale.
think. Yeah, I don't think boxing is a reality for people, and I don't like an MMA star gaining credibility and becoming famous and popular, and then going there just to lose.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah, just for the big payday. Yeah.
just for the payday because that's great for you, you get the payday, but it doesn't help your brand, it doesn't help the sport of MMA, it doesn't help your peers by you going over and losing.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Now, I mean, if you look up Ngannou, that's the first thing that's going to come up. It's also the most recent thing that happened to him is, of course,
Yeah.
him, getting folded in half by a superior boxer.